healthy, thin, rich, popular, and everything else. Is that pretty consistent? Of course. Actually, according to the studies, there's 4 major goals that all people have. Number 1 is to be really healthy and live a long time, whether we can afford it or not. Number 2 is to have great relationships with people that we love and who love us. Number 3 is to do work that we really enjoy, that we feel makes a difference in the lives of other people. And number 4 is to become financially independent. One of the wonderful things about Ambit is it makes all 4 of these possible at a very high level. Yeah. Because one of our major causes of physical problems is stress and worry about money. Money is the biggest single thing that we worry about, aside from him or her. But the second thing is that it enables us to enjoy great relationships, to be able to provide wonderful things for our family, to have all the money that we can possibly earn. And the third key, doing work that we enjoy, is you're doing work that is enjoyable, that's meaningful, that's purposeful, that's having a difference in the lives of other people. When we were talking earlier about quality of life, I was at a conference, I was speaking for Walmart a couple of years ago in St. Louis, and what they do is they take over the whole town and bring in 100,000 people from Walmart all over the world. And they actually take the major sports stadium and they build a Walmart within it for the course of this 3 or 4 days. And then all the new companies that are bringing in new products, they set up little stores, like little booths and things, just exactly as they would be in a Walmart store. Well, I was speaking to a small, little, tiny subgroup of 2,000 managers that was off in a different hotel. And in the middle of the day, the new president of Walmart came over to talk to these are all managers, to talk to the troops. And he gave a little talk, and his talk was about 10 minutes, and he talked about what Walmart believes in. And when I saw Terry's symbol up there, I suddenly realized while Walmart is the most successful retail operation in the world, they said, ladies and gentlemen, our vision is very simple. He said, we live to provide the very best products and services at the lowest prices for our customers who are people who live from paycheck to paycheck and have no financial slack in their system. He said, our job is to improve the quality of life of our customers, to enable them to buy the things they need at prices that are the lowest they can be so they have more money to spend on their families. This is the Walmart philosophy. And everybody in Walmart, from the president, Sam Walton, all the way down to the lowest person, believes that we are here to improve the quality of lives of our customers by giving them products and services in a cheerful way at prices that are so low that they have more money to spend on their families. Is that a good philosophy? And they believe this just fanatically. I mean, this is not just a window dressing philosophy. They believe it. And in a way, when I was listening to you talk, that's what your philosophy is too, is to help people lower their costs of energy so that they have more money to spend on their family and their lives. So what you're doing is you're working to improve the quality of the life of your customers. Is that a good reason for going to work in the morning? Right. Yes, it's a good reason. It's, it's an interesting aside, but the only way that we get meaning. Viktor Frankl wrote a book called Man's Search for Meaning many years ago, which had a great influence on millions of people. But he said the deepest need of each human being is for meaning and purpose. And what we have found is that you only get meaning and purpose in your life when you feel that what you are doing somehow benefits other people. We can't get meaning and purpose from pleasing ourselves. We only get meaning and purpose when we feel that what we're doing is somehow enriching the lives of other people. And these are the happiest, most joyous, most fulfilled people of all. And when I look at this company and how passionately committed they are to you and to making sure that you're happy and that you're provided for and that you're well taken care of and you're well serviced and that you're well paid, and this commitment is in the DNA of this company, and then your job is a passionate commitment to improve the lives of others. That is a pretty good formula for success. I mean, that's a pretty good formula. Wow. So anyway, I could talk about 100 things, but I want to talk about just one thing and then a couple of other key points. And that is how top people think in terms of their work. If you look at average people think in terms of their income by looking at their annual salary or how much they earn per month. So since income is so important to us, we looked at the top 10% of people and asked, how do they think about their income? In other words, what is their approach toward income? And we find that they approach their income differently. They think in terms not of how much they earn in a year or a month, but they think in terms of how much they earn each hour. They think about their hourly rate. And you'll find, by the way, wherever you go, the top people think in terms of hourly rate. What is my hourly rate? So we talked about doubling our income a few minutes ago. So let's imagine that you're making $50,000 a year now. For some of you, that will be an improvement, and some where that would be a decrease. And you divide it by the 2,000 hours that the average entrepreneur works in our society. That works out to how much per hour? Remember your teacher told you, cross off the zeros? How much per hour? Not too many mathematical geniuses here. All right. Okay, use calculators if you like. All right. How much is it? $25. All right. Now what this means is that if your goal is to earn $50,000 a year, then you must earn $25 for every hour that you work. Because of the law of sowing and reaping, cause and effect, you cannot be paid money that you don't earn. You can't get money for nothing, unless, of course, you're in the government. And so, therefore, if you're a $50,000 a year person macrocosmically, you must earn $25 every single hour, and you must not do anything that pays less than $25 per hour. Now, let's say you want to double your income to $100,000 a year. This is going to be an easier question. Divided by 2,000, how much is that? That's $50. Now, what this means is that if you are truly a $100,000 a year person, that's your goal, then you cannot do things during the working day that pay less than $50 an hour. They must pay $50 an hour or more. And so you have to use the greatest time-saving word of all. The greatest time-saving word of all is the word no. Say no. No. And we don't do things that pay less than the amount that we have decided to earn. So the starting point is say, what are the things that I do that pay $50 an hour or more? Of course, recruiting an excellent consultant is something that pays really well, okay? Sitting, making coffee, making your own photocopies, reading the paper, surfing the internet doesn't pay anything. It doesn't pay $25 or $50 an hour. So what you do is you ask yourself, would I pay someone else $25 or $50 an hour to do what I'm doing right now? Would I take it out of my pocket, would I take it out of my children's piggy bank and pay someone else $25 or $50 an hour to do what I'm doing right now? And all day long you ask this question. You hold your own feet to the fire. And if the answer is no, then you stop doing it and start doing something that pays you your desired hourly rate. Stop doing something that pays you big money. Because why? The natural tendency of human beings is to seek the path of least resistance and to do what's fun and easy rather than what's hard and necessary. And you have to fight this resistance all the time. You have to fight continually against this temptation to do things that are of low value. Because you only have a certain amount of time, and if you spend them on things of low value, the time is no longer left. You don't have it available to spend on things of high value. So your job is to work at 25, 50, 75, 100. Now here is one of the keys is what we call the law of three. Now the law of three is one of my discoveries that says that if you take a list of everything that you do in this business or in your work, you'll find that there are only three things that account for 90% of the value that you contribute. There are only three things. We take people through our courses and we have them make a list of everything they do in the course of a week or a month, and then we say, we can now take this list and we will analyze it using the three magic questions.